Hey, what's happening, fellow airsofters? Today I'm going to be doing a review of a gas blowback rifle, and this one is by WE, and it is the AK74 UN. This one has been on my wish list for over 6 months, I would say, and I recently bought it a few days ago. I didn't have an unboxing because I'm having computer issues with my software being too old, and it's not letting me upload videos to Movie Maker without crashing, so that's kind of another reason why I haven't been uploading. I'm going to try to hopefully upload this on a different computer, so hopefully that works out. But today I'm going to be talking about everything about this gun. I've been using it the last couple days a lot, and I've kind of, learned what's good and what's bad and what I like about it and everything. But honestly, it's definitely more good than bad in my opinion, but I'm just gonna let you know in this video, what that is. But first, I'm gonna talk about the uniqueness of this thing. First of all, that makes it so, I guess I don't know if popular or not, but definitely like a lot of players would love to have something like this. And the fact that it's WE's special open bolt system, where you get full travel and immense kick from a GBB, and a lot of people like that realism, and just the fact that it's full travel just makes people want to buy it like right away, which kind of was like that for me. But I've done a lot of research on this gun just to make sure it's worth getting. So the last 5 months or so I've been just watching a lot of YouTube videos about it. But the main construction of this gun itself is damn near all steel, which is the best thing for authenticity. If you love heavyweight guns like I do, I love it when it's all steel metal, because I know it's going to be very durable and it's not going to fall apart. But I mean, a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's WE, it's going to still fall apart. Well, the good thing is, with WE, you get a lot of upgrades. Whether it be like RA Tech or something, or just Garter or whatever, there's always something to fix your WEs, which is what makes them better, in my opinion, than a lot of higher up airsoft companies like KWA. Because if you have a WE and you upgrade it with RA Tech, it's already better than KWA. So I don't know. I could be wrong on that, but I've done previous upgrades on pistols and stuff, and it's just ridiculously awesome. But anyway, this is all steel. There is some plastic / polymer parts, which is going to be mainly the hand grip and the hand grip and the I guess both grips. I'm like stumbling today, sorry. And then the magazine is also made out of plastic, but it's kind of a nice perk to have a plastic magazine, because it's going to cool down a lot less, so you'd be able to keep going without it freezing up on you. And I mean, since it's plastic, I mean, it's still pretty heavy. Since it's a GBB magazine, it's going to have some decent weight to it. But I mean, for gas efficiency, I gotta say it is actually very good for a rifle, and the amount of metal it has to move back for that full travel bolt. But you're going to also get, obviously, yeah, the sights are going to be metal, the selector is going to be metal, the bolt is going to be metal, the mag well is going to be metal, the release, the trigger guard, the trigger, the sight right here, the flash hider, the outside of the little frame part on the grip right here is metal. The stock, it's foldable stock, it's all metal. The button right here is metal. The sight mount is also metal. All the rivets are metal. It's just a giant chunk of metal, which I love so much. And I mean, with all this metal, you're gonna obviously, you're gonna have to deal with weight. It's gonna be about a good 7 pounds. But honestly, don't be a little girl. Just pick it up and feel like a man when you have this thing in your hand. But I mean, it's just another thing that drew me to this gun, is that it's all metal, real weight, 1-to-1 everything. I guess that's the steel portion. I said everything is metal, yes, but some of it is a zinc alloy, which is this little, what's it called? This buffer tube is that zinc alloy, the WE metal, cheap metal, pot metal, whatever you want to call it. The charging handle with this housing is also the crappy pot metal. Let's see, what else? The whole trigger assembly inside is also pot metal. The this little portion right here is also pot metal. It comes apart like a real Kalashnikov. So that's another thing too that's realistic. So you see the whole bolt system, it's just like a real one, which is freaking amazing. And they all, RA Tech has like CNC steel pieces for all these, so you know, it's definitely upgradable. It's not the end of the world if this thing explodes on you. But you can see that all the trigger assembly in there is also that same type of junky metal. But like I said, it's replaceable. Yes, it's going to kind of cost you a little bit, but in the end, it's going to last you a really long time. So I'm going to kind of give you a little look on this charging handle and bolt. So you got the nozzle right here, and then, I mean, this is really the whole bolt. There's nothing too special about it. And right here we got the guide rod for the bolt. It's covered in oil. I oiled it up recently. But, you know, it's just a standard recoil spring guide. And then, obviously the whole upper receiver is stamped steel. And it's, like the pivoting kind. It's not the one that comes off. I guess it's on the AK74s that have that just attached, and it just kind of, you know, flings up if you need to. And then, putting it together is very simple. There's these little, right where that screw is, there's notches on both sides, and you kind of want to line it up with these little grooves right here. So you put it in, and then it's kind of hard to see, but it kind of sits right in, and then it goes in like that. And then you take your guide rod, put it in. You're gonna have to kind of twist it like this, push, and then so then it sits right in, because you can't really just push it in. And then also sometimes it doesn't lock back all the way, so you're gonna have to charge the bolt back. So you see how that button flew forward, and then that's when you know for sure that it's in. But also the flash hider, if you live in the United States, you're gonna have a bright flared orange tip at the end of this. And when I got this, I do live in the US, so I had one. I was shocked with what I ended up receiving on the tip of this. I'm gonna actually show you guys. Hold on, it's in my toolkit, and then let me get it and show you. I was very, very surprised and kind of pissed that they put an M4 flash hider on the tip of this. I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? But luckily I had one of these, so I just ripped this damn thing off, and then I put this sexy black flash hider to make it look really nice and authentic. And don't worry, I never take these out in public. They're only inside or if I'm going airsofting. So to me, this is not a huge issue because I'm not an idiot, and I don't go outside with this insanely realistic replica of an AK74. But anyway, that being said, also another thing, they never gave me this little pin right here to keep the flash hider in, which also kind of irritated me. So pretty much just stuck tightening it really hard with my bare hands, and it works. I'm not really complaining too bad. But you know, obviously being that this thing is got an insanely heavy bolt, yeah, rate of fire is going to lack, definitely. It's going to be around 8 rounds, maybe 7 rounds per second on the full auto, which is right here. So unless you get a rate of fire kit or something, I mean, it's going to be fairly slow. But to me, I don't care. I like the realism of being able to do this and feel like a badass when I cock the damn thing. So it just feels incredible. So nice and sturdy. It doesn't feel like it's going to just break out of nowhere. And then on the bottom you have the semi. So pretty much basic AK, except the one thing with this one is it's got a bolt lock, which it's got a little notch cut out, and you could lock the bolt back, which is kind of handy for, I guess, if you overfill the magazine and it's kind of hard to, you know, jam it into the little well there. This kind of helps it, because then all you got to do is just do this, or if it's locked back, you can kind of just pull back on it and let it go. and it'll slide forward. But it's also very nice. Another convenient part is that this is very easy to maneuver with one finger instead of using your whole other hand or whatever, how you switch normal AKs. Like I have a SEMA AK and I have to use a good amount of strength just to move it down. But you know, this is kind of nice because there is no issue with that whole, you know, having to use a lot of force to move the slide or the selector up and down. But I guess I can go talk about the magazine a little bit. It is going to be a plastic, polymer, whatever you want to call it. Very sturdy, actually. It's not cheap. I would say it's very well built for plastic. But like on a lot of videos, if you guys saw, it's got these little switches on the top and kind of on the side right there. And what that is it lets you, I think right now this is the, if it's forward, it won't let you dry fire. If you switch it back, it will let you dry fire. So it kind of comes in handy if you know you don't want to waste gas by dry firing. If you're like out on the field, you got the adrenaline going and you're not sure if you're shooting BBs or not. I mean, you should be able to see them, but who knows? Everybody's different on how they react towards, you know, the simulation of war, I guess. But you know, so that's kind of handy if you wanted to stop right away to conserve your gas. That's where that little option comes in handy. And then on this particular model, it also has, like I mentioned earlier, this magwell, which, I mean, it's convenient, I guess. I don't really have issues with inserting my magazine. My only issue is that you have to insert this magazine at a perfect angle for it to go in. That's my main concern, because if you do it too far forward or not enough, you're going to have a really difficult time locking this magazine into place. But, I mean, like I said, I'm not used to this AK yet, so it might be that issue. But other than that, I'm not arguing about anything else or complaining. I think this thing is wonderful. But the magwell is removable. There is 2 screws, kind of, let's see if I can show you. Right there, you can see those, and then it'll come right off. I'm debating if I want to take it off or not. I kind of do, kind of don't. But like I said, I don't know, one day I'll decide if I want to or not. But then the sights are going to be your basic Kalashnikov sights with, for, you know, close range and far range. You can flip this, and it's pretty nice. And like I also mentioned earlier, you can mount sight like a frame and then a sight on top. For me, I prefer the true iron sights because it's just, I don't know, to me I like it. It looks a lot nicer. And then the stock also increases the length of the gun. I don't know exactly how much. I'm going to say maybe 9 inches longer. I don't know how much it is in centimeters, but you know, so it's a good assault rifle, and if you fold it, you know, it cuts down on size and almost like a CQB really, but the FPS is a little too high for that. The FPS on this is going to be shooting right between 390 to 410 FPS with 0.2 gram BBs and green gas, so it's more for like just the daily field. I think this would be too hard of a shooting gun for CQB unless there's some kind of modification for a weaker, like, you know, pressure nozzle or something to decrease FPS, or heavier BB, whatever. I really don't care. I usually just use regular field. But I mean, there's the flash hider. It's nothing really too special. It unscrews counterclockwise, I think, or reverse thread. I mean, really, this is all you're gonna get in the box, and plus this little speed loader too, I forgot to mention. Pretty much your basic, like, jam rod speed loader, you know, and then it actually works really well. I've used it a lot. It's pretty handy. And then I keep kind of jumping around. I forgot to mention the mag capacity. The mag capacity, I think, is maybe between 30 and 35 rounds. I'm not sure, because the magazine could fit like 3.5 tubes of these, and at the tops, right at this point, it's kind of hard to see, but it says 15 when you get to this line, and I've overfilled it to here, and it fit 3 of these in the whole magazine. So it might even be able to hold 40. I'm not sure, but for efficiency of gas, this thing is wonderful. you're gonna get at least 65, maybe 70 shots out of one magazine, which is pretty damn good for, like, because you got to remember how much metal is moving back, and it's just the amount of, you know, pressure and gas needed to move that much metal is just immense. So kind of, you know, to me it's impressive that it can even do that much shots without, you know, screwing up, or not screwing up, like running out of gas on you in the middle of a, you know, drastic situation when you're getting screwed up by a bunch of enemy team members. But other than that, see, this is the issue I have. I can't get the magazine in on the first time sometimes. But I mean, I think I've maybe covered everything. I have future plans for this gun of upgrading to wooden pieces right here, and then upgrading the buffer tube in here, so that little metal tube that goes in here, I'm gonna upgrade that to a steel one. And then later on down the road, maybe when my trigger assembly decides to break down, I'll upgrade to the RA Tech full trigger assembly, just to escape any hassle of dealing with any more broken triggers and whatnot. But other than that, I don't know what else I'm gonna upgrade. Maybe the barrel too, and some of the buckings. But like I said, this thing is brand new. I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna buy like the buffer tube and the wood grips probably around Christmas time, because, you know, I've recently bought this and I think I'm good on spending money for a couple months. But anyway, I'm guessing, I really hope I covered a majority of this. If I didn't, and you guys are still kind of looking for, you know, key questions, you know, please don't hesitate to ask me on my YouTube channel. You guys can leave me a comment, you can personally message me, whatever. You could do whatever you want to get a hold of me. And then whenever I get a chance, I'll be gladly answering all of your questions for, you know, anything that I may have missed in this review. But like I said, for my rating out of 10, I'm going to definitely give this a 10 out of 10. For realism, for very good exterior construction, open bolt, that's a huge one for me. Full traveling bolt, amazing gas capacity, amazing, you know, efficiency, upgradable parts, which is awesome. I mean, I don't know what else. I mean, this thing is just amazing. I've had it on my list for a while. It's scratched off, and now I really don't know what any other gun I want. I think I'm really set for a good while. But yeah, guys, I would extremely recommend this gun, like, to anybody, whether you're a beginner or the most experienced airsofter ever. If you want something for realism and you want a really realistic replica of an AK74 UN, I would say pick up the WE AK74 UN. I got this from e-bike for about $270. So I mean, if you get this on like a promotional code that they have, you can get it even cheaper than that. So I mean, like I said, I recommend it. If you want to get rid of the orange flash hider, buy the black flash hider that they have on e-bike. It's like 20 bucks. It's not really that bad, and it weighs like a pound. It's pretty damn heavy. But yeah, guys, that's all I had for this review. If you guys haven't, check out my other videos I have on my channel. Like and subscribe. Definitely like this video, you know, so it can be shared. Kind of want this one to like explode in views. It'd be awesome, but you know, it doesn't matter as long as you kind of just watch it and say, "Oh, awesome video, man." That'd be really just make my day. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for my review of the WE AK74 UN. Like I said, any questions, just don't hesitate to comment in the comments below. And that is it. Peace out, guys.